Why, Arthur, through nature's tragedy, we find unity when we come together. Racism, we feel shame. No one wants to take the blame. Through the fire, we all will hang. With love, we can change when we all come together.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning somewhere out there in the world, this wonderful, beautiful mundo. That's what mundo means. Mundo is world. Thank you for joining me today. It is Hump Day. Happy Wednesday for all those that are out there listening to WLTH Radio. This is Sound Off with E.V.E. I want to thank you, as always, for joining me and being part of my life here on WLTH Radio, the Regent's Choice. And the views expressed by the host and the callers of this show are not necessarily the views of WLTH Radio management, owners, and sponsors. Sorry I wasn't here. Was I here yesterday? Was I here yesterday? I wasn't. I was on the road. I was enjoying the city, and I was there today as well. Just made it back in time to be here at the studio. You know that show Where's Carmen Sandiego is going to start being called Where's E.V.E. today, because I will be randomly going to different places. As you've already heard, you caught me driving on the highway. You caught me on the train. You caught me at a university, walking down the street downtown, just so you get the feel of what's going on out there in some cases. Want to give a shout out to everybody that's listening while they're driving. Just be safe. Keep your eyes on the road and your hands at, is that 10 and 2? Yes, got it, 10 and 2. That you guys drive safely. It is a wonderful day today. It started to drizzle a bit, but the sun was shining so beautiful this morning, and the sun is still there even though we don't see it. For those of you that follow me on Twitter, for those of you that are on Facebook with me, you get to see some of that sunshine because I love sharing it with you, because I know that not all of you can do what I can to that mind over matter and see that the sun is always there. Some people actually need to really see it. So when it's not out there, I show it to you on social media. And I want to thank all of those that are following me on Twitter. David, thank you so much. Pierre, so many to name, and I keep getting new followers every day, and I want to appreciate you. If there's something that pops out in your mind that's interesting, a topic that I have yet to cover, doesn't mean I haven't or I won't. I've been on the air for 3.5 years now. We started out with Nuestra Comunidad Noroeste de Indiana. That's our community, Northwest Indiana. And then I started with the Advocates, for those that used to watch back in the day, with the three attorneys, Tony, Trent, and Tony and Trent, listen to me. Yeah, Trent McCain and Tony Walker and Richard as well was on. They decided to bring in an interpreter, me. So then they left, and then I started as of January of 2013 on my own show, Friday mornings, which was It's All About You with E.V.E. from The Advocates, and now it's Sound Off with E.V.E. So that's where Eve started and how she all started with WLTH Radio. But I've been talking for a long time. I've been invited to be a speaker, to be an MC, to host different events. So I'm glad that those opportunities are out there, but I guess they like something to do with E.V.E., right? And I appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate you texting me, and I appreciate you messaging me. And a shout out to, let's see who's out there listening. Shout out to Martin. Shout out to Dan Pantoja, Daniel Pantoja, call in. What do we got going? Cinco de Mayo, it's coming up. And I know that the city of Hammond celebrates big for Cinco de Mayo, but I celebrate big in Chicago. And Dan, I want to thank you for always inviting me to be the MC to your concerts. And we're going to have a few things coming up. So if Dan, you can call in to 1-988-513-71 and let everybody know where are we going. Where are we going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo? And also, Dan the Man. Dan, thank you so much for tuning in and joining me here. I appreciate that. Say hello to your son as well. I have yet to meet him and you, and continue to get contracts out there to help beautify the cities. You know, I don't know who does the landscaping in Gary, but we need a lot of help, and it's usually about funding. But I think that if we were all to volunteer with a rake, if we were all to volunteer with a lawnmower, with arms, willing and able bodies, we can do it. And I'm going to continue to watch that corner on 6th and Maryland, and the weeds are still down, thank God. But there's weeds growing somewhere else, and all this snow has actually kept the weeds from growing. So once the rain continues to fall, we're going to continue to see weeds. And I don't like seeing weeds because that can also cover bodies. That can also obstruct traffic of the vision for people to see who's coming, who's not. So that's important, and you know, you have an important job, Dan, and thank you for stepping up to the plate and being an entrepreneur and having your own business and doing that, and appreciate that. So anyone that wants to sound off, please do so. I'll be more than happy to hear you sound off. 219-885-1371. Today's going to be a little bit different, and I know that yesterday, Pedro Mejia, thank you for also sounding off and not calling and letting me know, but you do text and let me know. Joe and everybody out there, thank you for listening and texting me. And I'm going to start conversation on Twitter soon. As soon as I get the hang of all the technology, I can multitask because you guys see me on Ustream. I'm on the tablet. I'm texting. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. But as far as conversations is going, I'm going to do that with certain topics that I will want to hear from you. But for now, call 219-885-1371 and sound off. Let me know what your thoughts are, your concerns, or something that you read that kind of raised an eyebrow or the light bulb kind of went off. So, again, the number is 219-885-1371. Thank you again for those of you that are messaging me. James Wallace from IUN, thank you again. Sonia Woodard, she's an old classmate of mine way back in the days from high school, and she's out in Atlanta, Georgia. So I know that, thank goodness to the Ustream, I get people to watch me and call me, even if they're not here. I just thought I saw the light blink. If you call back again, I'd appreciate that, 219-885-1371. I thought I saw the light blinking. So you can call back. We apologize. We do multitask, so sometimes we kind of miss you. So don't be shy. Call, because I do get messages while I'm listening, Eve, or I heard you today. Okay, you commented me on via text or message me on Twitter or Facebook, but you know, I sometimes like to hear the voice here, and I do get to, from time to time, meet the people that listen to me. So I appreciate that. And I'm here in Gary, 487 Broadway. We do have space for a live audience. I don't want any cuckoo people out there following me, but we do get them out there sometimes. All right, go ahead, call it. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello there.
How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Long time no hear, stranger.
I know, I've been busy.
See, well, busy is good. Busy is good, Dan. So tell me, I mean, you guys got something going on, and I know that I just saw that I'm being invited again to be an MC. And so where are we going this year, Dan, so far?
Okay, so for Cinco de Mayo weekend, we just partnered up with Jalapenos Restaurant in Cherville.
Oh, okay.
And,
so we're going to be local.
We already have a pretty big event going on Saturday. So we came by with the mariachi ticket. So they're going to have their first annual Mariachi Fest on Sunday, May 4th.
Wonderful. And everybody's familiar with that place. Not that I'm giving that place a plugger. So is that where I'll be at? I know you sent something else out to me.
Yep, that'll be the one. I'm performing one of the two dinner shows that night.
Wonderful.
You'll be with me on our show.
All right.
And we have an earlier show that day as well.
Okay, well, E.V.E will be emceeing that event, and you can follow me on Twitter, and you'll follow where E.V.E is at, and you'll get to know of different places to go to and celebrate festivities. I know that Hammond is real big with Cinco de Mayo, and I know that in Cherville, Jalapenos has been real big with Cinco de Mayo celebrations, and I think they do it all day or weekend if I'm not mistaken.
Friday to Monday.
Yeah, they know how to party. My goodness. And, you know, I bet you that they just party and they use that Cinco de Mayo thing just to bring in more dollars.
You know, I also wanted to take an opportunity if you guys wanted to give away any free tickets. Next Friday at Shades of Time, we're doing a bachata event.
Yes,
Bachata band.
I saw that too. So, okay, we need some tickets, Dan, and I'll give them away. More than likely, I will want some myself. So, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me some, and I will give them away here on WLTH Radio.
I'll tell you what. I have them. I'll send you the ticket number so that you have them.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have your callers call in whenever they want, and we'll give away 10 free tickets.
All right. Sounds good, Dan, and we'll talk after the show so we can get all the information. Appreciate you. Say hi to Blanca, the family. Love you guys. Thank you for listening.
Love you too. Take care.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
You're listening to Sound Off with E.V.E. here on WLTH Radio. Hey, Doc, how are you? Awesome. And let's see, the job fair that's coming up. Hopefully we get to get some employment out here, right? This is from Hammond, Indiana. It'll be April 17th, I'm sorry. And there's going to be a job fair, only they forgot to put the flyer in, so I got to go real quick and find my picture where it shows the 17th is going to be a job fair, so get your resumes ready if you are looking for employment. Many people complain about not finding anything or not actually having anything out there to offer. Well, there's an opportunity there, and that's Thursday, April 17th from 11 to 3 at the Gene Shepherd Community Center. So get your resumes and dress for success because you'll eventually impress. Connect with local businesses in the area of government, finance, healthcare, sales, manufacturing, gaming, education, and many more. So bring your resume. You know, everybody uses that dress to impress. I think that you should dress for success because that impression will eventually follow with that. Again, that's April 17th from 11 to 3. So if you are looking for employment, that is a great opportunity for you to attempt to find something there. And, you know, sometimes it's just best that you become your own entrepreneur, I believe. If you have a passion and you follow it, then you know that'll work. And also, they're looking for people who would like to work as food servers. This is for the, the North Township Trustee Office in Hammond. This is April 3rd. This is for Thursday at the Circle of Services. They're having a representative from Protection One Security Systems, and they're looking for customer service people and security consultants. You can call 219-803-0659. That's the Circle of Services. They will have a representative from Protection One Security Systems, and they're looking for customer service people and security consultants. That's at the North Township Trustee's office. They didn't send the address. That's great, but it's right actually off of 165th and Kennedy Avenue. It is east of Kennedy Avenue, 2 buildings over, right by next to a gas station. That's the township's office. So, also, hey, Martin, you're just joining us. Thank you for joining us, Martin Zuniga. He wants tickets. Okay, well, I'm going to continue to listen, and I will give the date and time where I'll be giving away the tickets, Martin, so you can celebrate Cinco de Mayo with me. You're listening to Sound Off with E.V.E. Don't fall asleep, Marcio. Let's get going. We're going to share things today that I said, let me have you listen to some things. Has this ever occurred to you? And if it hasn't, pay attention, because you just never know. Some tragedy comes out of that. Which the first one?
The lady who posted a status.
Yeah, stupid. Say that, and let me have the listeners listen and sound off on it.
To jail after bragging about violating her probation on Facebook. 20-year-old Colleen Cudney is not allowed to drink because of previous DUI convictions, but when she somehow passed a breathalyzer test just a day after she got drunk, she decided to brag about it on Facebook, saying, Best killer for me, I ate to breakfast this morning, and I drank yesterday, but I passed, thank God, LOL. Huh. When the post officer saw the post, Courtney was called in for a urine test. She's now due in court and might get a 93-day jail sentence. Arthur, people are stupid. Well, on the other hand, they're just stupid. They can't help themselves. I mean, I understand that you might not. Boom.
Come on, man.
That's all we're saying. People are stupid, and they do things.
Well,
all you can say is, what, sir?
Come on, woman.
Come on, woman. Exactly. Where like law enforcement looks, where jobs look, where parole officers look, to see if you're, wrapping up. We live in that world.
Yep.
We look at people's Facebook profiles,
Mm-hmm.
On the one hand, that can be creepy. On the other hand, in this case, drunk driving is very serious. Very bad thing to do, not something to LOL about on Facebook. And it just seems like she's not taking it seriously. I hope she gets help. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't advocate breaking any laws, but if you're going to break one, why tweet about it, Instagram it, or Facebook it? I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. Do you guys do that? Watch what you post on Facebook. This girl thought she had it made, and she thought she passed that alcohol breathalyzer test. Well, people aren't stupid. Their behavior is stupid. The action of the human being is stupid. Posting that on Facebook? Really? So that's what I tell people. And the things that I look on Facebook and I read, I shake my head. I don't put SMH, which, I'm learning all these acronyms, shaking my head. I just say, wow. If you ever thought of running for office 2 years from now, that what you just did is going to hunt you. It's going to get you. It's going to catch up with you. So don't do that. This chick, she was LOLing. Let's see if she's LOLing all the way through prison. So she stands a chance of 90 days. How about that? She won't be partying anytime soon, huh? And for those of you that do have DUIs and cannot drink, don't think you can actually, what's the word? Cheat the system. You think you can get away once doesn't mean you'll always get away with these things. So be careful with that. Also, it can also hurt you or kill you with what you put on Facebook. People are really taking it to extreme. I mean, huge. Listen to what this person did. And what happened was a tragedy. Death came upon this young girl. Beautiful girls. Just listen.
A teen in Mexico is accused of murdering her best friend in a brutal stabbing over Facebook photos. 16-year-old Orlando Gutierrez reportedly invited Amel Baez, who is also 16, to her home on March 19th and stabbed her more than 60 times. Those who know the two girls say they were very close friends, but they had a falling out after Baez posted nude photos of the two of them to Facebook. They decided to meet again and work out the issue together, at least that's what Baez might have thought. According to the Spanish news site Neves, authorities claim Gutierrez attacked Baez with a kitchen knife and stabbed her 65 times. Gutierrez fled the scene and tried to cover up her alleged involvement by leaving his friends and even attending her former friend's funeral. Police arrested her. But police found death threats that Gutierrez allegedly sent Baez via Twitter following the Facebook incident. The national prosecution told another Friday Baez would be lucky to survive a year. If found guilty, Baez could only be sentenced to a maximum of 7 years. Facebook has been the center of heavy controversy before. A 17-year-old was charged with murdering two parents after they befriended his daughter on social media.
Wow. So you see how all of this can really be more dangerous than you think? Parents, watch what your children post. And I'm concerned about something that was shared with one of the students from my English class last week. There was a teenager actually posting someone being stabbed. Literally being stabbed. What do we do in that case? Well, I'm going to bring someone from the Attorney General's office or the state's attorney's office to talk about that and to talk about how they are catching these people and to talk about how we as viewers or friends on Facebook ought to do. There's ways to report things other than reporting it to Facebook. Yes, I have reported things on Facebook. Nudity, yes, I have. Probably saying, well, why are you friends with people with nudity? Well, first of all, there's people that don't know it's on your Facebook until I tell you, hey, that's not nice. You're posting all these nude, big behind women. And they're like, wait a minute. No, I didn't. That's not me. Well, see, I knew that father was not posting those things on the wall. He had been hacked or something had happened, so I had to report that. Sometimes if you see something that's out of the ordinary, that's not from Eve Gomez, you need to inbox me. If you have my personal information, you need to let me know personally. Because people will do what it takes to defame your character. People that are out there to get you have nothing nice to say about you because they're the ones with the problem. I've had that happen to me a month ago. Someone posted things out there and saying this is the real E.V.E. See, and that's why you need to either change your passwords or you may have to change the actual device itself. Be careful who you let someone use the phone. Be careful what they do with it. Because there's a lot of tech-savvy people out there that know how to beat what you have on the phone, and they take it, and it's on their phone now or on their tablet or on their device. There's a lot of smart people out there that are up to no good, unfortunately. You're listening to Sound Off with E.V.E. here on WLTH Radio. This is AM 1370, the Region's Choice, and it is 24 minutes after the hour. Well, this weather is gloomy now, isn't it? Are we going to complain about it?
At least it stopped raining.
I know it was drizzling on the way here. And a shout out to Stevie. Stevie, hope you're doing fine. My love to you and your family, to your dad. Hope to catch up with you soon. Thank you for watching me on Ustream. Thank you very much. And no, I don't look sick because, let me see, my gums are not as swollen anymore. But if I touch, it still hurts. That injection, the 3 injections that I got on Saturday really hurt me. But I didn't take any Tylenol, so I don't feel as sick, because when I took one a couple of days ago, oh my God, it was making me feel so sick. And I was in court yesterday trying to keep my eyes open, so I figured, hey, I won't take any pain pills. I'll just take my antibiotic. So shout out to Stevie as well. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you listening. And if Steve Rodriguez is out there in Texas viewing me, shout out to your family. Drive safe back home to Indiana, whenever that is. My condolences to the family of Mingo Camarillo as well. His services will be tomorrow in East Chicago 5 funeral. So those of you that want to pay your last respects, that will take place tomorrow in the evening. And, well, I'm going to talk about the weather. I told you guys it was going to rain, didn't I? Didn't I say rain?
Yep.
Well, April 2nd, already today. And it was in the 40s. It's currently 36 degrees here in Gary, Indiana. And, well, let's see. 46 tomorrow. Masawa. More rain, guys. I think April showers will bring us Mayflowers. Dan, let's get some flowers going. Tell me what kind of flowers you can get me. I want some roses. And if you're listening, and if you know the name of those flowers that I mentioned yesterday, they open up at daytime and they close at nighttime. I don't know if they're daffodils or I can't remember their names, but I love them. I used to have those before. And Thursday, dull and dreary with occasional rain and a thunderstorm, breezy and chilly, high 46. At night, it's going to be 44. It's not going to be much difference from the temperature from morning to night, periods of rain and a thunderstorm. So we're going to have more rain. And then come Friday, a little bit of warmth, 59 degrees on a high, rather cloudy with a couple of showers, windy and warmer. And at night, ready for that coat and that scarf and that hat and those gloves again. 29 degrees is going to feel like 14 degrees, breezy in the evening with a rain or snow, showers in spots, cloudy and colder. And also, what are we going to get for the weekend? Well, Saturday, April 5th, we're going to have sunny to partly cloudy, high 48 degrees. At night, 31 degrees, clear and partly cloudy. For Sunday, Ooh, it's going to be a beautiful day for family reunions, or to even walk in the park, or to go out, period. Doesn't cost you money to walk. Sunny to partly cloudy, high 57 degrees, and at night it's going to be low 38 degrees, but cloudy for Sunday. So plan a great weekend to be with the family or friends. Monday, April 7th, 56 degrees on a high, cloudy with a chance of rain, and it's going to drop to 34 degrees. It'll feel like 23, mostly cloudy with a shower in places. But the temperature is going to go up and down. Tuesday, it'll be 54 on a high, low 28 in the evening. It's going to be cloudy with shower possible, and we're going to have some 50s on Wednesday, and we'll see what happens for the rest of the week next week. But we know, wait a minute, Thursday. Could that be right? I know it's too far, a week away. 68 degrees. Wow.
I don't believe it.
Well, we'll have to see it to believe it, and that's for Thursday. It's projected to be 68 degrees, warmer with times of sun and clouds.
You know, that's one thing about our weather. It's been nothing but a tease.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's see. We got warm weather Sunday.
Beautiful weather.
Right? And then it went down again. Then went up, and it went up, and 3 hours later it went down. And then we had 20 degrees difference from one day to another. Right? But just keep in mind, we're not in control of it, so why complain about it? Just handle it as best as you can. Let the sun shine in you. You be that sun. You be that warmth. You be that hot potato or tomato or however way you want to feel, okay? And we'll be right back after this. This is WLTH. Sound off numbers 219-885-1371.
79th Street Barbecue is here in Gary, Indiana, and now open at 1101 Broadway in Gary. Then, owner of Gary's newest barbecue eatery says, come and try our flavorful variety of hot wings, rib tips, turkey links, beef links, and pork links. You don't have to go all the way to 79th Street in Chicago to get good barbecue. We are here in Gary, bringing with us our reputation of smoking good Q. We are open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. till 12 midnight, closed on Sunday. Some of our daily specials include 3 wing flats, tip combo for only $8.99, or try our delicious turkey drumstick for only $6. Come out and enjoy some delicious, tasty barbecue at 79th Street Barbecue, now located at 1101 Broadway in Gary, Indiana. Do you have a special event coming up? We cater to. Call us at 219-979-8980. That number again is 219-879-8980. 79th Street Barbecue in Gary, located at 1101 Broadway.
Hi, we're the Hartsfield Brothers, and we listen to Sound Off with you on WLTH 1370 AM. Sound Off with
All right, welcome back. This is AM 1370, the Region's Choice. Sound Off with E.V.E. Monday through Friday. Catch me in the evening drive at 5 every day here live on Ustream. That's ustream.tv/channel/WLTH-talk. And you can also follow me on Twitter, and that's at official Eve G. If you have any information you'd like to email me to share or a press release, please do so at evegomezenterprise@gmail.com. And it's been a beautiful day. I was downtown, so I love it. And I love taking pictures of the city. I've been there quite a bit in the month of March, and it looks like I'm going to keep getting more business there, and I appreciate that. Hire an interpreter. Don't be stuck on stupid. And if you don't know the language, that's why we're here, the interpreters. Hire my company, do sign language as well. And I'm going to add more languages to my company, E.G. Spanish Interpreting and Consulting, LLC. And we can get to working. I got a couple of contracts working to deal with translating documents and interpreting in conferences, in parent meetings. So, it's always possible. You just have to think outside the box. And for those of you that like to network outside the box. If you are an attorney, doesn't mean you need to continue to network with attorneys. If you are in the advertising business, doesn't mean, of course, you know not to just network with people with advertising. Just the fact is that you just never know who can be your next client, patient, customer, friend, what have you, or business partner, associate, what have you. There's always opportunities for everybody out there. And I'm that type of person that will look for an opportunity for you. Always looking for ways to find and to help you. And bringing people to bring information to help you. Bringing solutions to help you. And today is actually National Awareness Day for Autism. Autism Speaks. So at 7 o'clock, get a blue light. Put your blue light on in the porch. I was trying to get a representative actually from Autism Speaks, Mr. Macias, Jose Macias. He is I'll tell you in a minute who he is. We were messaging earlier, and he will be at the Millennium Park Bean at 7 o'clock. And it will be celebrating the World Awareness Day and Lighted Up Blue at the Millennium Park. So if you're on your way to Chicago at 7 o'clock, stop by the Bean, that Millennium Park Bean, and share and celebrate the Awareness Day for Autism. And also shout out not just to Jose, but Mark. Thank you for connecting him with me. Mark Brzezinski has a child that has autism as well, and I want to thank also Rick Palacios from Chicago, police officers that are actually doing a walk, and it happens once a year. So I'm inviting them to come and talk about Autism Speaks. This month is awareness for autism, and why that? Because there's so many people out there that can possibly share information, share similarities, and not feel left out, because you're not alone in thinking that your child is the only one with autism. There are different organizations out there. Go to autismspeaks.org. There's so many organizations out there to support the group that you're dealing with. Partner with them. I know that Planting Possibilities deals with kids with learning disabilities that are not able to through being autistic rather. And Abby Kadabi lights. This is I'm looking at this Autism Speaks. Today the world turns blue. Autism awareness is the month of April, and I don't know if this is a video, Omar. I'm going to have to send to you real quick. But those of you that want to sound off, 219-885-1371. I'm going to share something real quick. I'm just going to send it to you real quick, Omar. Love technology, just as long as it works fast and as fast as our brains do. I'm not sure how long it is, but it has to do with Lighting Up Blue celebrates Autism Awareness Month. So join the world in the World Autism Awareness Day throughout the month of April, but it starts, the kickoff is today. 219-885-1371 is the sound-off number. It's 36 minutes after the hour. Did you get that, Mars? I know that sometimes we want things to go faster and they don't always do, but I want to share that with you because I have friends that have autistic children, and sometimes you really don't realize how it is in their world to deal with autistic children. And I'm going to bring someone out here that knows about it. I'm going to play something real quick, and join us at 7 o'clock. Turn it blue. You're listening to Sound Off with E.V.E. here at WLTH Radio.
Greetings from the International Space Station. I'm NASA astronaut Rick Mastracchio. All of us up here can't wait to watch the world light up blue on April 2nd for World Autism Awareness Day. Did you know that April is Autism Awareness Month? Up here on the International Space Station, We'll be celebrating right along with you.
Well, we're going to celebrate right along with them. And you can go to autismspeaks.org and follow the information of what they have there and share it. And let's all come together. We're human. And pray for the homeless people too, okay? They too have issues, disabilities, mental issues. We always have to think about them and not forget that they're human as well and not be forgotten. And some of them are veterans as well. And I was sharing with Omar a couple of videos. I'm going to share one that's somewhat funny, but it was serious. Omar, did you play the pranks, the 911 calls?
The 911 calls?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Okay, let's play that one first, and then we're going to end the other one towards the end. So listen to this. Let me know when you have it up.
I'm good to go.
You're good to go?
See? I work fast as lightning when I can.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Mars. I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you for being more tech savvy than me. But listen to this. This is why we don't need people to prank calls and to interrupt the real calls. Listen to this and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Colorado Springs 911, what's the location of the emergency?
Just come down here. I'm not leaving. No, ma'am, I'm not sitting with residents down there over a cheeseburger.
All right. See, does that happen out here? People are crazy, or I think that's what I can call them that. Calling 911, really? I can attest, victim, witness, whatever you want to call me, I did call 911 accidentally because now with these new phones, the 911 pops up somehow on the screen.
What it is on your lock screen, anybody can just pick up your phone, and there's a button for emergency calls, and you just click that button, and then it'll give you the dialer, so you can call 911
right.
or
so I accidentally dialed it, hung up real quick, but it picked up immediately, and they called me right back and asked if it was an emergency, and I do apologize. It wasn't that I was trying to prank anybody, but you guys heard those calls. That's for real. It happens for real. 911 dispatch operators don't have time for jokes or for ignorance. But I just wanted to play that just to let you know, enlighten you of the things that really go on, things that are happening on social media, things that are happening dialing 911. It's a little crazy, isn't it? When the world could be so much peaceful, so much more peace, I swear. Anyway, it's 41 minutes after the hour. You're listening to Sound Off with E.V.E. And anyone that wants to go dancing bachata at Shades of Time, I am giving away 2 tickets. And that's for, did you say this Saturday? I think you said this Saturday. Dance bachata all night long. Oh, that's another different song, sorry. So the bachata event, I have 2 tickets for the listeners if they want to go dancing. This will be the 11th. Show is Friday, the 11th, Shades of Time Cocktails. That's in between Griffith and Highland. So anyone wants to go dance on bachata, please do so. 219-885-1371. And this will be for 9 o'clock at night, April 11th, live bachata at Shades of Time's Cocktail. So if you want to go, I'm giving away 2 free tickets today or tomorrow. Whoever wants them, please call it 219-885-1371. That's 885-1371 if anyone wants 2 tickets. And thanks, Dan, for calling in as well. And shout out to my friend Veronica. I miss her dearly as well. She's out, been traveling in all over the country, but she actually went to Mexico just last week, and she is launching out her new CDs. I've played her music from time to time. I played her song that she sang on Friday when we were talking about Cesar Chavez, and we had the 2 special guests here on Nuestra Comunidad, NWI. I played the song that says the national anthem for the immigrants, El Himno Nacional a los Inmigrantes. That was a special song dedicated to them by my friend Veronica Lopez. And shout out to you. I don't know if she's listening, but you know, when you want social media to work, it doesn't always work, right? Okay, there you go. I just sent her a message. I miss her dearly as well. She came on WLTH over a year ago. I can't speak any faster, Mars. My mouth is dry. When you do this, I feel that you're telling me to hurry up and talk.
Oh, no, I'm stretching.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry about that. See, mixed signals. See? She came out over a year ago to Nuestra Comunidad, and we hung out. Actually, it's 2 years ago now already, and she has really been big. For those of you that knew or heard of Jenny Rivera, she has met with her family, Jenny Rivera's family. They celebrated her memorial a year after her death, and she has dedicated to sing some of her songs as well. You know, sometimes someone's passing is someone's fortune, unfortunately, right? So she's taken on the role. I won't say she is like Jenny Rivera, but she kind of resembles her a little bit. So I want to give a shout out to Veronica Lopez. She's growing, she's getting there, and she is actually bringing other people, the youth, together and to launch their music as well. She has her own record label and everything. She's a good friend of mine, so I want to bring her back out here to do a concert and to take some local talent under her wing and take them to Vegas and to California and everywhere else under her record label. So it's been a great day. It's Happy Wednesday, or as I say, Hump Day. My mouth is like dry. I've been talking a lot all day because that is my job as an interpreter. And yesterday I was an all-day busy doing a trial as well. But I have one last video, or audio in this case, because you can't watch it, to listen about a 911 call. The dad was trying to call. He got as far as dialing 911 and as far as letting his little daughter know that he was calling 911. He was having a heart attack. And listen to a 5-year-old.
What's wrong?
My dad can't hardly breathe.
Okay, hold on a second, okay?
Okay.
Really?
How old are you?
I'm 5 years old.
Okay, what's your name?
Savannah.
Okay, Savannah, hold on. I'm getting them dispatched, okay?
Okay. You want to come right fast?
Okay, Savannah, I'll have them on the way. Is your daddy still awake?
Yeah.
Okay. It's your first time, Savannah.
Is that what No.
Okay, Savannah, can you go and lock that front door for me? Okay.
Now, keep in mind, she's also a little concerned about what she is wearing. This is a 5-year-old that's keeping her cool. She's calm about everything, and her dad is having a heart attack, and she's speaking for him. Just keep in mind that she's also concerned about what she's wearing.
Can you ask him if this has ever happened before?
No.
Now ask him if he has any kind of chest pain. Okay. I'll go to the house, Sam.
Well, remember I said that she's really adamant about what she's wearing, so she's going to try to leave to come back, and she's still keeping her cool about everything, and she's giving all the information that they need, that they're asking her about.
Okay.
She's still doing okay, Savannah?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay.
I'll be in my room, and I'll be putting on,
Hey, Savannah, I want you to stay there with your daddy, okay?
Okay.
I need you to make sure that he stays awake, so...
Okay. I got that. And we have a bag. It's very, small.
So he's happy?
He's food.
Okay.
He's kind of bird.
He kind of barks? That's all right, though.
No, come on. Yeah, come on. Come on.
Is your dad okay still?
Yeah.
I guess this is so far so good. She must have been taught that, as far as when you hear adults saying this, children, you know, are like sponges. They conserve things. So that was very cute of her saying so far so good. And she maintained it cool while her dad was having a heart attack. But she sounded so cute, and she's only 5 years old. Right? Yeah. Is that the end of it? Yeah. So I just thought I'd share that with you, that children at 5 can save lives, or even at younger age. I'm going to share a personal story. We still have a few minutes left here on WLTH Radio. It's, let's see, 49 minutes after the hour. Okay, Martin, I'm trying to hurry up and talk too. Tú también, niño. Shout out to Martin. Call me afterwards, by the way, Martin, so we can talk about some things that you're doing as well. I'm going to share this story with you. My son was 4. Omar, the board op, did you listening over there?
I have no idea what she's talking about. This is going to be interesting.
Well, when I say something, the light bulb's going to come on. See, parents, I keep telling you, you're the first teachers. You're the ones that teach the child how to move their lips and talk. I literally did that. I had Omar first. 5 years later, my daughter came, but I would move his lips as I'm talking to him, because I was teaching him both languages, English and Spanish, back to back. So I would literally move his lips, like abuela, abuela. That's grandma. So I would say it in English, then I would say it in Spanish. So he picked up both languages at the same time. Granted, my mom only speaks Spanish, and that was his babysitter at the beginning. After 6 months, I went back to work, but the first 6 months, he was with me. But I was teaching him along as he was growing up how to speak. I gave him information for an emergency. He learned before preschool. He went to school as soon as he turned 3 in March of 1997, went into preschool right away. I wanted his brain to keep working. Because what do I always say, Omar, when you're not doing anything?
You got to get up, got to get going.
Your mind, it's a waste of brain?
Yeah.
Okay. When kids don't want to go to school, I tell them it's a waste of brain. You need to go to school. So I taught him his address. Where does he live? I taught him about 911, why to dial 911, and how to dial 911. He was just learning to speak. Okay? At age 2, both languages. At age 3, he knew everything. He knew how to write his name, and his last name has 10 letters. Villalobos. At age 3, he knew how to spell his last name where the teachers couldn't. Okay? Sounds funny, but I'm serious, parents. This is how you need to educate and teach your children in case of emergencies. So Omar knew his last name, but he knew how to spell it, and that's a big plus. 10 letters? Come on. And in Spanish. And it's Villalobos, not Villalobos, because I know that sometimes the double L's in a Spanish name, when we want to read it in English, we say it like an Italian name. So anyway, he knew his home address. He knew his phone number. He knew my cell number. He knew his godfather's phone number. He knew his grandmother's phone number. He knew his grandmother's home address, grandparents' home address, at age 3. And let me tell you how vital that information he knew helped in an accident. Omar was 4 years old, and my parents got in an accident. My dad was driving out in the boonies, out in Wheatfield, Indiana. Omar was 4. Picked him up from preschool, took him south, and they got in an accident. They rushed my mom and dad to the hospital. Luckily, Omar was fine. He was in the back seat in the booster seat. My dad messed up his nerves because he put his foot on the brake and reached back to hold Omar because it was just the booster chair. He had his seatbelt on and reached back to hold him. He kept his cool. Omar was able to give the information to the EMT and tell them who his grandparents were, where they live, their phone number, his information. And when they got to the emergency, same information, he was able to interpret for his grandparents. Age 4, guys. I'm not bragging. It's a fact. It's because I taught him. And that's what all the parents need to do. This little 5-year-old is smart. Somebody taught her. She kept her cool. That's what helped. Okay? So Omar told the emergency doctor the information. And when I got there, because I got a call from the Lake County Sheriff's Department, here I am wondering what had happened, why they're not home, why Omar hasn't been dropped off. And I get something lights up and call, get my voicemail. Well, it was Lake County, not Lake County, Jasper County Police Department called. So I rushed to the hospital in Crown Point where they were, and the doctor said, "Ma'am, I know it's a 4-year-old, but he gave us all this information, and he showed it to me. Is this correct?" I said, "Yes." He says, "Wow, we were amazed that he knew all that information. I'm very proud, very happy to say that I'm glad he knew that information, and I'm glad that he remembered at a time of an accident that information. Names, phone numbers, and addresses. You teach your children about emergencies. You teach them about bad touching. You teach them how to stay away from strangers. So there will be less havoc out there." And I've shared this story to tell you because at age 4, kids know a lot. Watch what you do and say. It's not, because I use that line too, but you see, it doesn't work. Don't do as I say. No, I'm sorry. Don't do as I do as I say. Well, these kids nowadays are doing what you're doing. And I have to tell you that that's serious. It's more serious than you know. That's 55 minutes after the hour now. I have a few minutes left. Anyone wants to sound off to 1-985-1371, share a story or something. Omar, so now you remember that?
I remember that, but actually, I don't honestly remember the entire thing. I mean, granted, I was 4 years old. All I do remember, however, was I was eating chicken nuggets in the back seat, barbecue sauce. I remember that.
I could not forget that, right?
Well, chicken nuggets are amazing. They're disgusting, but they're amazing.
Okay.
But that's a whole other topic. But I remember Grandpa, reaching back, and I want to say he tried, both to
keep you from flying out through the windshield.
To keep me from flying out, but my grandma as well. But unfortunately, he didn't get my grandma in time, but he got me. And so I probably wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that. So
right. But you were the interpreter for them that day.
all I remember hospital trauma EMT information wise was accident. In my head right now, the next thing I remember is I had a neck brace on. I kept asking, hey, can you take this off? I'm completely fine. And they told me, we have to do this because, just in case or whatever. And I was like, okay, how are my grandparents? Are my grandparents okay? I remember I was worried about them. And then after that, I don't remember anything. So I must have been on autopilot or
No, but when I got there to the ER, I confirmed the information that you had given them, that they asked, and that it was all right because, of course, for the ambulance, they need an address to bill you, right? So they got that information right. And at 4 years old, okay? And at 2, he started to learn to read. So that's what I'm saying. Parents, get involved. When they're born, before they're born, get involved. Read to them. Play music. See, I used to always dance. I used to always play music. I used to always be dancing. And look what I got. I got 2 kids that love music, that play instruments, that sing, that act. So you keep it going with what their passions are. Get involved, all right? Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I appreciate you guys listening. And tomorrow at the Pennsylvania Center from 1 to 5, free phones, government phones. Pennsylvania Center, that's in East Chicago on the harbor side, if you guys know where that's at. From 1 to 5, Ed Mintz will be giving away free government phones from 1 to 5. And all you need is your state ID, your valid driver's license, and a letter to state that you are under Medicaid, or you're receiving food stamps, or Section 8, or you're under public aid services. So those are the requirements that you need, and you get your free phone right there on the spot. You get 250 free minutes plus a free phone. Beggars can't be choosers. It's not one of these smartphones, but you know what? Let me tell you how many times parents wish they were able to be reached when their child got arrested and Judy's trying to reach them and they can't afford a cell phone. So with that, take that to the bank. Thank you so much for listening to Sound Off with E.V.E. here on WLTH Radio. Tomorrow, tune in at 5 o'clock. More information here. Remember, this is real talk about real issues with real people. You're listening to Sound Off with E.V.E. Love you guys so much. Peace to you. Be safe. Stay warm out there. Drive responsibly. And be kind and be humble. And love to love. Good night.
Racism, we feel shame. No one wants to take the blame. Through the fire we all will hang. With love we can change when we all come together.